Alright, good morning everybody, it's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's vlogs. Continuing with more scout reports headed towards the 2015 NFL Draft. For this vlog, I'm here to talk about quarterback Bryan Bennett out of Southeastern Louisiana. Now he's actually hailing from Granada Hills, California, and he was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school where he received offers from both Boise State and Pittsburgh, but decided to head to Eugene to play for Chip Kelly's Oregon Ducks. Now, he actually was looking forward to be the successor of Darren Thomas, the former Duck quarterback, and he had a couple of decent seasons. But he was actually outbeaten by a guy by the name of Marcus Mariota, who won the Heisman Trophy this past season, and he is actually one of my top 2 quarterbacks entering this year's draft. But let's talk about Bryan Bennett. After that time at Oregon, he decided to transfer to the FCS's Southeastern Louisiana, and he had a great couple of seasons where he was actually first team all-conference honors at quarterback and the 2013 Offensive Player of the Year, where he had over 3,000 yards passing, 21 touchdown passes, and 11 interceptions, to go along with over 1,000 yards rushing and a school record 16 rushing touchdowns. And he definitely had a decent senior seasons, but the numbers definitely dwindled as a senior, but he still earned all first-team all-conference honors. Now, it's time to start talking about his strengths and weaknesses. First, his strengths. He definitely has great footwork and great improvisation skills. He reminds me a little bit of Johnny Manziel during his tenure at Texas A&M, and having the ability to create plays and extend plays and working well with his arm and his footwork to extend those plays. I do like him a lot as an athlete, and he is one of the best athletic quarterbacks entering this year's draft. He actually had the highest vertical leap at 37 inches and a decent broad jump. You could possibly even use him as a wide receiver position. Now, he does have a couple of other skills. I do like his footwork and his solid mechanics with his feet and to set himself up to throw the football. But he has way too many cons that I'm very concerned about, mainly with his throwing motion, his throwing mechanics, and his actually overall decisions in throwing the football. First, he does not have the arm strength that you want a quarterback to have, so scouts are definitely looking away from him because of his lack of arm strength. Also, he throws at a low extension point where you need to throw at a quarterback. As a quarterback, you need to throw at a higher extension point. When he throws at a low extension point, it gives the opposing team the opportunity to swat the football away within the line of scrimmage. But if you elevate the football higher in a higher throwing motion, it actually elevates the football higher to get to the receiver that you need in the National Football League. He needs to do a lot better job at that. Another thing is his durability concerns. As a senior, he had to deal with a couple of injuries, and that's why his numbers dwindled a lot. But speaking of how his numbers dwindled, he actually had just over 2,000 yards passing with 18 touchdown passes and 8 interceptions, and under 1,000 yards rushing. I think actually under 600 yards rushing as a senior. But the most important number that I looked at is his completion percentage. As a junior, he had 60.7% as a completion rate, but as a senior, only 49.5%, and that's not good, and that is not under my radar. That's why I started fading away. Now, entering this season, he was one of my top 20 quarterbacks, but because of those numbers dwindled, that is a major concern. Another thing that I noticed that during his play, when I did watch the tape, he tends to give the defenses opportunities to read his eyes. He definitely focuses on one particular receiver before he even passes to the receiver. He kind of makes his pre-decisions before throwing the football, and he needs to do a better job at that and swiveling his eyes and looking for the open target. He kind of leads the defenders an easy target to get to his wide receivers. That is not good. He needs to do a better job at that. Now, because he has so many more cons than pros, I actually have to project him as a free agent. I do not see him being drafted in this year's draft, particularly at the quarterback position. If he's drafted, I think he's going to be used more as a wide receiver. Now, he's 6'2", 211 pounds, and he is an athlete, but he does need to increase that speed. He only had a 4.8 140. If he was a little bit faster, like a 4.6, I think he would get more scouting points as a wide receiver or an athlete, 4.18. But I don't think he's going to be used at quarterback, so I see him as a free agent. I do not see him drafted in this year's draft. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be in just a couple of minutes. I have more scouting reports for you guys. Thank you for watching this vlog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.